Assalamualaikum. I'm Talat Suhail. I welcome you all to Virtual University's program on personality psychology. Dear students, today is our lecture number 13. In this lecture, we are going to begin with a very fascinating, a very interesting theory of Erik Erikson. आप जब ये theories के बारे में सुन रहे होंगे, पढ़ रहे होंगे और पावर पॉइंट स्लाइड्स में से गुजरेंगे, यू विल फाइंड मेनी कॉन्सेप्ट्स विच आर वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. फॉर एग्जाम्पल लाइक आइडेंटिटी, आइडेंटिटी क्राइसिस, पॉजिटिव आइडेंटिटी, नेगेटिव आइडेंटिटी. उसके बाद हम ये देखेंगे कि एरिक एरिक्सन इज एन इंडिविजुअल हु इज टॉकिंग अबाउट personality development with reference to 8 developmental stages which begin from birth and they go up till retirement and beyond retirement till death. So his theory is covering almost whole of the lifespan of an individual. एक और बहुत अहम चीज, एरिक एरिक्सन का जो फोकस है, he is focusing on social relationships instead of sexual relationships. His target is social relationships. Number 2, he thinks that personality develops as a result, as a combination of biological factors, that is genes, as well as by influence of culture. So biology, genes, as well as cultural influences determine and they develop our personality according to Erik Erikson. It's a very fabulous theory. You'll enjoy going through it. But before beginning with this new theory of personality, dear students, let us recap what we did in our lecture number 12. जनाब, हमने आपसे जब बात की थी lecture number 12 में, तो we began talking about Karen Horney. बात आपसे कर रहे थे हम कैरन हॉर्नी की पर्सनैलिटी थ्योरी की, और हमने कहा था कैरन हॉर्नी's पर्सनैलिटी थ्योरी फोकस्ड ऑन 2 things. Number 1, basic anxiety, and number 2, the development of neurotic personality. Now, basic anxiety is created when a child is born into this world of bigger adults individuals. So anxiety is created. Neurotic personality refers to maladaptive ways of dealing with relationships. Particularly when we are talking about Karen Horney's theory, तो जनाब, being a woman and a parent, she focused on these 2 things, that the child develops feelings of insecurity, and these feelings of insecurity creates anxiety, hostility, and this hostility, anxiety is generalized not just towards parents but towards the whole of the world. दूसरी तरफ कैरन हॉर्नी का फोकस है on faulty parent-child relationship. Particularly, a child who is loved and provided affection develops healthier personality. लेकिन एक ऐसा बच्चा जिसे रिजेक्ट किया जाए या जिसकी तरफ पेरेंट्स का इनडिफरेंट एटीट्यूड हो, will develop a neurotic personality. Dear students, we are trying to recap what we did in lecture number 12 with you. Lecture number 12 में हम आपसे बात कर रहे थे कैरन हॉर्नी की पर्सनैलिटी थ्योरी के बारे में, और हमने कहा कि उसमें कैरन हॉर्नी हैज फोकस्ड ऑन 2 things, basic anxiety, and number 2, the development of neurotic personality or unhealthy personality. Now Karen Horney has got certain core concepts in her theory, और हमने उन सारे कोर कॉन्सेप्ट्स को डिटेल में आपके साथ डिस्कस किया. Well, let's just go through the list of core concepts. Number 1, basic hostility and basic anxiety. Number 2, adjustment to basic anxiety. Number 3, she classified people according to 10 neurotic needs in 3 categories. Number 4, she focused on relationship between real self and ideal self. Number 5, she talked about adjustment techniques. And number 6, she gave us the goal of therapy. Dear students, these were the core concepts. Now we began talking about that Karen Horney, when she was just 12 years old, she became very sick and she was treated by a doctor. She got so much impressed with the doctor that she decided to adopt the medical profession herself, to become a medical doctor or a physician herself. So Karen Horney was a physician and she had training in psychoanalysis. Now she came to America, set up her own clinic and began practicing psychoanalysis. लेकिन practice करते हुए उसने ये discover किया कि somehow it was not unconscious or conflicts in the unconscious which are more important. People were more concerned about their jobs. People were more bothered about providing good education to their children, providing medical treatment to the children, providing food and other basic facilities to their kids. So people were more bothered about other things than unconscious. So based on this philosophy, she began developing her own personality theory. Dear students, in this course of personality psychology, we are discussing theories of personality development. और इस वक्त हम recap कर रहे हैं आपके लिए कैरन हॉर्नी की personality theory. उसमें हमने कैरन हॉर्नी की personality theory से related core concepts देखे. We went through a list of core concepts with you. इसमें हमने कहा कि the first core concept is basic anxiety and basic hostility. Now, according to Karen Horney, a child has 2 needs, safety need and satisfaction need. And it is how these needs are satisfied by the parents that leads to personality development. If these needs are fulfilled by the parents with love and affection, we come across a healthier individual. And if these needs are not fulfilled, we come across a child who develops hostility, anxiety, feeling of insecurity, and these feelings are first targeted towards the parents and then they are generalized towards whole of the world. इसके अलावा जनाब कैरन हॉर्नी ने 10 न्यूरोटिक नीड्स की बात की. And based on these 10 neurotic needs, she classified people into 3 types: moving towards people, moving away from people, and moving against people. And based on 10 neurotic needs, हमने कहा था कि ये 10 की 10 neurotic needs normals में भी हैं, abnormals में भी हैं. लेकिन एबनॉर्मल इंडिविजुअल और नॉर्मल इंडिविजुअल में फ़र्क ये है कि द नॉर्मल इंडिविजुअल सेटिस्फाइज वन नीड, इवन व्हेन द नीड इज नॉट सेटिस्फाइड ही मूव्स ऑन टुवर्ड्स द अदर वन. द एबनॉर्मल इंडिविजुअल इन्वेस्ट्स ऑल हिज एनर्जी into one single need and ignores rest of the 10 basic needs. So that leads to a pathology. उसके बाद कैरन हॉर्नी ने हमें रियल सेल्फ और आइडियल सेल्फ का कॉन्सेप्ट दिया. रियल सेल्फ इज द एक्चुअल मी एंड द आइडियल सेल्फ इज व्हाट आई वांट टू बिकम, व्हाट आई एस्पायर टू बिकम. और इन दोनों के दरमियान जितना डिस्टेंस कम होगा, जितनी कंपैटिबिलिटी होगी, क्लोजनेस होगी, वी कम अक्रॉस अ हेल्दियर इंडिविजुअल. Goal of therapy for Karen Horney is that there are individuals who are able to minimize conflicts, or they become very less anxious when they face problems. So the goal of psychotherapy is, number 1, to bring your real and ideal self closer and to be able to minimize anxiety or conflict in one's life. Dear students, we have been talking to you about our lecture number 12, in which we discussed at length different core concepts given to us by Karen Horney. और उसके बाद हमने एंड पर ये देखा था कि कैरन हॉर्नी की जो थ्योरी है, हाउ डज इट डिफर फ्रॉम सिगमंड फ्रॉइड्स, क्योंकि कैरन हॉर्नी का जो फोकस है वो सारा का सारा पेरेंट चाइल्ड रिलेशनशिप, फीलिंग्स ऑफ इनसिक्योरिटी, and feelings of insecurity creates anxiety, hostility, which first is targeted towards the parents and then it is generalized. Dear students, let us now begin with our new theory of personality, and that is given to us by Erik Erikson. Now, he developed a theory which is based on two important concepts or constructs. Number one, his focus is on social rather than sexual relationships. Number two, his theory covers the entire lifespan of an individual. तो बात आपसे हम कर रहे हैं एरिक एरिक्सन की थ्योरी की, और हमने कहा एरिक एरिक्सन की थ्योरी में दो बहुत अहम चीजें हैं. सबसे पहली चीज, ही इज फोकसिंग ऑन सोशल रिलेशनशिप्स, जबकि फ्रॉइड का फोकस जो था वो सेक्सुअल रिलेशनशिप्स पे था. His theory covers the entire lifespan of an individual from birth to death. फ्रॉइड का फोकस बर्थ से शुरू होता है और सिर्फ प्यूबर्टी, when the child is just 12 or 13 years old, वहां तक जाते हैं. So Freud gave us a personality theory development with reference to a briefer period, और एरिक एरिक्सन एक बड़ी कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव किस्म की, एक्सटेंसिव किस्म की थ्योरी दे रहे. फोकस जिसमें है उसका सोशल रिलेशनशिप्स, यानी मेरा ताल्लुक अपने दोस्तों से, अपने भाई बहनों से, अपने फ्रेंड्स से, अपने कोलीग से. सो सोशल रिलेशनशिप्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर एरिक एरिक्सन. नंबर टू, द एंटायर लाइफ स्पैन बिगिनिंग फ्रॉम बर्थ, मिडिल एजेस, retirement and beyond retirement up till death. So he gives a very extensive theory of personality. The core concepts of his theory include some very important things. Let us go through the core concepts. Number one, anatomy and destiny. Number two, ego psychology. Number three, 8 stages of human development. नंबर 4, गोल ऑफ साइकोथेरेपी. तो जनाब हम आपसे बात करेंगे एनाटमी एंड डेस्टिनी, ईगो साइकोलॉजी, 8 स्टेजेस ऑफ डेवलपमेंट, और उसके अलावा हम देखेंगे गोल ऑफ साइकोथेरेपी एरिक एरिक्सन के लिए क्या है. वी आर गोइंग टू एवेलुएट हिज थ्योरी, वी आर गोइंग टू कंपेयर हिज थ्योरी विद सिगमंड फ्रॉइड्स पर्सनैलिटी थ्योरी, और उसके बाद हम ये देखेंगे कि ये थ्योरी कहाँ कहाँ अप्लाई होती है. सो वील बी टॉकिंग अबाउट द कोर कॉन्सेप्ट्स इन डिटेल, बट बिफोर गोइंग विद दैट पार्ट, लेट अस हैव जस्ट एन आउटलाइन, ए ब्रीफर, ए बर्ड्स आई व्यू ऑफ द होल थ्योरी. नंबर 1, anatomy and destiny. According to Erik Erikson, biology or genetics is one strong determinant of personality, but culture is another important determinant. Number 2, biologically determined differences between the two sexes or genders can be explained as a result of social expectations or cultural expectations. जनाब बात आपसे हो रही है एरिक एरिक्सन की थ्योरी ऑफ पर्सनैलिटी की, और हमने कहा एरिक एरिक्सन इज फोकसिंग ऑन 2 थिंग्स. नंबर 1, ही थिंक्स पर्सनैलिटी डेवलप्स एज अ रिजल्ट ऑफ जीन्स, बायोलॉजी, एंड नंबर 2, बिकॉज ऑफ कल्चरल इन्फ्लुएंसेस. तो एरिक एरिक्सन के लिए पर्सनैलिटी डेवलपमेंट इज द रिजल्ट ऑफ दीज टू फैक्टर्स. ये दोनों ऐसे फैक्टर्स हैं जिनका इन्फ्लुएंस बहुत ज्यादा है. Secondly, he is talking about the fact that the differences in males and females in the two genders is because of culture, because of social expectations. So let's take an example. Now my personality has developed as a result of genes and culture. And number two, the differences in males and females are due to social or cultural expectations. तो जनाब मिसाल ये है कि my personality development has taken place as a result of biology or genes, genetic message or code that I am getting. Number two, the culture where I live in. These two factors or influences help in personality development. दूसरी तरफ my role as a female is due to social expectations, due to cultural expectations. So for Erik Erikson, these two things are very important. जनाब दूसरी important चीज ego psychology. The ego, according to Erikson, is in the service of the id, but in this process of serving id, it develops its own functions. It is ego's job to organize one's life and to assure continuous harmony with one's physical and social environment. Since Erikson stressed the autonomy and role of ego, we call his theory as ego psychology. जनाब एक बहुत बुनियादी फर्क, फ्रॉइड के लिए ego is the master control which is trying to strike a balance between id and superego. लेकिन एरिक एरिक्सन के लिए ego is something which is serving the id, and in this process of serving the id, it develops its own functions. और वो functions क्या हैं? वो functions ये हैं that it should organize an individual's life so that an individual can live in harmony with physical and cultural influences that are there. So the fact is that ego is in service of it. और क्योंकि ईगो के ऑटोनमस रोल को बहुत स्ट्रेस किया गया है, इसलिए वी कॉल हिज थ्योरी एज ईगो साइकोलॉजी. नाउ हिज एंटायर थ्योरी is about describing the gains and the losses that the ego goes through in the personality development process. तो ये जो 8 stages of personality development में से एक individual गुजरता है, during these 8 stages of development, there are stages where ego is gaining something, there are stages or phases where the ego somehow is losing something. So आप कह सकते हैं ईगो के डेवलपमेंटल प्रोसेस, जिसमें ईगो जो पर्सनैलिटी डेवलपमेंट के जिस प्रोसेस में से गुजर रही होती है, कहीं पे उसकी गेन्स हैं और कहीं पे उसके लॉसेस हैं. अकॉर्डिंग टू फ्रॉइड, id is in conflict with ego, whereas according to Erik Erikson, ego is in the service of id. But in this process of serving id, it develops its own functions. Ego's job is to organize one's life and to assure continuous harmony with one's physical and social environment. बात आपसे हो रही है जनाब एरिक एरिक्सन की पर्सनैलिटी थ्योरी की, और हमने उसमें कहा फॉर एरिक एरिक्सन ईगो इज सर्विंग द इड, एंड इन दिस प्रोसेस ऑफ सर्विंग द इड, इट somehow develops its own functions as well. और वो उन functions में सबसे अहम चीज़ ये है that it should organize one's life and try to make that individual live in harmony with physical and social environment जिसमें वो exist कर. Now the third important thing, 8 psychosocial stages of development. According to Erikson, every individual passes through 8 stages of development, and sequence of the 8 stages is genetically determined and it is unchangeable. This is labeled as epigenetic principle. बात आपसे हो रही है जनाब कि every individual passes through 8 stages of development and these 8 stages they follow a sequence which is genetically biologically determined. और दूसरी अहम चीज इसमें यह है कि this follows an epigenetic principle. ये epigenetic principle क्या है? Epigenetic principle. This epigenetic principle states that a sequence of growth is genetically determined and that each stage once developed gives rise to the next one. So जनाब epigenetic principle states or refers to the fact that all the stages and their sequence is genetically determined. Number 2, once a stage has developed, it moves on to the other stage. So each stage which is once developed, it gives rise to the other one. Now each stage of development is very important. At each stage of development, there is a crisis, and this crisis has to be resolved. Now, if the crisis is resolved positively, that strengthens the ego. And if it is not resolved and the crisis persists, we say that the ego is weakened or the ego suffers a setback. तो हमने कहा कि हर स्टेज ऑफ डेवलपमेंट जो है वो इसलिए अहम है कि देयर आर every stage is characterized by a crisis and resolution of the crisis is important. If the crisis is resolved positively, it is good for the ego, it strengthens the ego. And if it is not resolved, the crisis at any stage is not resolved, it weakens the ego. अगर आपकी ego strengthen हो रही है तो that means you are a healthier individual. That refers to the fact that you will be able to face problems in a better way. And if the ego is being weakened or its strength is being lowered, well, we are going to come across an individual who is maladjusted or who is facing a lot of problems. जनाब, let's take an example. हमने कहा कि हर स्टेज ऑफ डेवलपमेंट जो है उसमें कोई क्राइसिस होता है और अगर वो क्राइसिस रिजॉल्व हो जाए तो वी कम अक्रॉस इंडिविजुअल जहाँ पे हम कहते हैं देयर इज अ पॉजिटिव रेजोल्यूशन ऑफ द क्राइसिस, और अगर वो रिजॉल्व ना हो तो हम कहते हैं देयर इज अ नेगेटिव रेजोल्यूशन ऑफ द क्राइसिस. सो लेट्स टेक एन एग्जांपल. At each stage of development is characterized by crisis which can have a positive or a negative resolution. A positive resolution strengthens the ego, makes it stronger, helps the individual in the adaptation process. On the other hand, a negative resolution weakens the ego, hinders or inhibits the adaptation process. For example, a positive resolution of the crisis, we see a healthier individual with a strong ego, which helps in adaptation and adjustment to all situations. In negative resolution of crisis, we see an individual who is maladjusted. Dear students, we are talking about 8 developmental stages of as given to us by Erik Erikson. और हमने कहा कि हर stage of development में there is a crisis, and if the crisis is resolved positively, we come across a person who is healthier and whose ego is strengthened, and he is one who can face all problems. And if a crisis is not resolved, there is a negative resolution of the crisis. We come across an individual whose ego is weakened and who is a maladjusted individual. So we are talking about Erik Erikson's 8 developmental stages. इसमें एक बहुत अहम कॉन्सेप्ट आपके पास आएगा जिसको हम कहते हैं जी आइडेंटिटी, पॉजिटिव आइडेंटिटी, नेगेटिव आइडेंटिटी। सबसे पहले तो ये देख लेते हैं आइडेंटिटी क्या है, पॉजिटिव आइडेंटिटी क्या है, नेगेटिव आइडेंटिटी क्या है, आइडेंटिटी क्राइसिस क्या है। सो लेट्स सी व्हाट इज आइडेंटिटी। आइडेंटिटी, द सेंस ऑफ हु यू आर and where you are going in life. The emergence of identity is the end of childhood or beginning of adulthood. जनाब बात आपसे हो रही है आइडेंटिटी की। आइडेंटिटी से मुराद ये है कि आप कौन हैं और आप किस सिमत में आपकी शख्सियत की जो तामीर है वो हो रही है। तो who I am and how my personality is developing, that is my identity. आइडेंटिटी का कॉन्सेप्ट स्टेज नंबर 5 पे आता है और स्टेज नंबर 5 में जहाँ पे द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ आइडेंटिटी इमर्जेस, चाइल्डहुड एंड्स एंड वी से अडल्टहुड बिगिंस टू टेक शेप। सो हमने कहा आइडेंटिटी इज द सेंस हु यू आर एंड हाउ योर पर्सनैलिटी इज डेवलपिंग और somehow taking shape. उसके बाद हमने दो चीजों की तरफ आपसे बात की थी, नेगेटिव आइडेंटिटी, पॉजिटिव आइडेंटिटी। आइडेंटिटी क्राइसिस, द क्राइसिस इन 5th stage of development where an individual gains either positive or negative identity. 5th stage of development में when an individual faces crisis, well, either he develops a positive identity और ए नेगेटिव आइडेंटिटी। तो ये पॉजिटिव आइडेंटिटी क्या है और नेगेटिव आइडेंटिटी क्या है, लेट्स सी दैट। पॉजिटिव आइडेंटिटी, पर्सन फुली इज अवेयर हु ही इज and what his goals in life are. Certainly these goals are not contrary to goals of society. और इससे मुराद हम लेते हैं all behaviors of children which are rewarded. Negative identity, an identity that is contrary to the goals of society, and they include all those things that the child is warned not to become. तो जनाब आपसे बात करें पॉजिटिव आइडेंटिटी, नेगेटिव आइडेंटिटी। पॉजिटिव आइडेंटिटी से तो मुराद ये लेते हैं यू आर फुली अवेयर हु यू आर एंड व्हाट योर गोल्स इन लाइफ आर, एंड सर्टेनली दीज गोल्स आर नॉट इन कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन टू द सोसाइटीज गोल्स। जो माशरा आपसे चाहता है आप बिल्कुल वही करें जो जिस तरह की डिमांड सोसाइटी की आपसे हैं। सो ऑल द बिहेवियर्स फॉर विच यू आर रिवॉर्डेड include and they are part of your positive identity. जब आप सच बोलते हैं, जब आप दूसरों की मदद करते हैं, जब आप अच्छा रिपोर्ट कार्ड लाते हैं, ये सारी these are all parts of your positive identity and you are rewarded for that. Now, negative identity refers to goals which are contrary to the goals of the society. जब आप झूठ बोलते हैं, जब आप कोई भी गलत काम करते हैं विच इज कॉन्ट्ररी टू द सोसाइटी, एंड दीज आर ऑल दोज थिंग्स अबाउट विच अ चाइल्ड इज वार्न्ड नॉट टू बी इन्वॉल्व्ड इन. सो दैट इज नेगेटिव आइडेंटिटी. Dear students, we are talking about Erik Erikson's 8 developmental stages और हम उन 8 developmental stages के बारे में आपसे बात कर रहे थे. Now let us go through these 8 developmental stages. What needs arises और वो किस तरह, what needs and crises evolve at each stage, emerge at each stage and how they are to be resolved. देख लेते हैं कि ये 8 stages हैं क्या. 8 stages of human development. Number 1, basic trust versus basic mistrust from birth to 1 year. Number 2, autonomy versus shame and doubt from 1 to 3 years. Number 3, initiative versus guilt from 4 to 5 years. Number 4, industry versus inferiority 6 to 11 years. Number 5, identity versus role confusion from 12 to 20 years. और ये वो स्टेज है जो बहुत अहम है, जिसमें हमने कहा पॉजिटिव आइडेंटिटी, नेगेटिव आइडेंटिटी और आइडेंटिटी क्राइसिस एंड इंडिविजुअल कम्स अक्रॉस. Number 6, intimacy versus isolation from 20 to 24 years, generativity to versus stagnation from 25 to 60 years, and number 8, ego integrity versus despair, that is 65 to death. Dear students, हमने आपसे 8 developmental stages के सिर्फ टाइटल्स देखें और वो किस एज में शुरू होते हैं और कहाँ तक जाते हैं. वी हैव नॉट डिस्कस्ड एनीथिंग एल्स. नाउ लेट अस सी व्हाट इज द गोल ऑफ साइकोथेरेपी. नाउ फॉर एरिक एरिक्सन द गोल ऑफ साइकोथेरेपी इज टू स्ट्रेंथन योर ईगो to such a level that you are able to face all the problems in life. तो जनाब आपकी ईगो को इतना स्ट्रेंथन कर दिया जाए, इतना स्ट्रॉन्ग बना दिया जाए that you are able to face all the problems, all the anxieties, stress, tension and things. Number 2, rehabilitation of a patient or the client it can be very economical, it can be very good अगर वहाँ पर the clinician knows the life plan of the individual and he can help the individual in incorporating and strengthening elements of his ego. उसकी ईगो को इतना स्ट्रॉन्ग कर दिया जाए कि वो he is able to handle everything. So सबसे पहला गोल to strengthen ego. Number 2, the clinician should know the life plan of the client so that by knowing his life plan in an economical way, he can strengthen the ego of the client. जनाब उसके बाद हम आपके साथ इसकी थ्योरी को evaluate करेंगे और कुछ देखेंगे. Number 1, it is a psychosocial theory. Number 2, for Erikson, it is ego's job to organize one's life and to assure continuous harmony with one's physical and social environment. And since Erikson stressed the autonomy of ego, we call his theory as ego psychology. Number 3, for Erikson, the conscious does not neglect the unconscious. It takes into account the social experience as well. We are talking about Erikson's theory. हमने कहा it is a psychosocial theory. Focus is on psychosocial development. Number 2, for Erikson, ego is important and ego is in service of it and its role is to organize one's life and to make an individual live in harmony with physical and social environment. उसके बाद for Erikson, the conscious and the unconscious both have to be taken into account. We just cannot ignore or reject the unconscious. We have to take into account the unconscious and the conscious. एक बहुत अहम चीज, one very major application of Erik Erikson's personality theory is that he analyzed the lives of certain historical figures like Hitler, Martin Luther and Mahatma Gandhi, and he tried to analyze their lives through historical events, or he gave and pioneered a new discipline called psychohistory. और ये psychohistory जो है इसमें इसने focus किया on lives of certain celebrities, politicians. Number 5, for Erikson, religion is something important. Religion is something that people need and people use religion to make events of their lives more understandable and less threatening. तो जनाब एरिक एरिक्सन के लिए religion बहुत अहम चीज़ है और one individual who believes in religion, most of the people uses religion to understand and to make their lives less threatening. उसके बाद हमने ये कहा कि इसकी थ्योरी के बहुत सारे मुख्तलिफ जगहों पे एप्लीकेशन है. Number 1, his theory can be applied in the area of psychotherapy, education, child rearing and development, और उसके बाद हमने कहा कि वन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एप्लीकेशन ऑफ हिज थ्योरी इज वेयर ही इज ट्राइंग टू स्टडी major historical figures and he pioneered the discipline of psychohistory. So that is another very important application of his theory. Now just going through an outline of this personality theory, you very well can have an idea that he is emphasizing, number one, on social relationships. Number two, his focus is that personality develops as a result of biology, genes, as well as the influence of culture is there. और जो differences in the behavior, in the personalities of males and females appear or emerge as a result of social expectations, as a result of cultural expectations. Now let us go through a brief biographical sketch of Erik Erikson's life. Erik Erikson was born of Danish parents in Germany in 1902. Erikson's personal feelings of not belonging to his family were related to the fact that both his mother and stepfather were Jewish. In school, he was referred to as a Jew. So we can say that even as a boy, he was working on his concept of identity crisis. जनाब बात आपसे हो रही है एरिक एरिक्सन के ब्रीफ बायोग्राफिकल स्केच की. हमने कहा he was born in Germany in the year 1902 and as a child in the school he was referred as a Jew. So even as a boy he was working on his concept of identity crisis. Now the year 1927 is very important. He was first hired as an artist, then as a teacher, and finally Anna Freud asked him if he would like to be trained as a child analyst by her. Erikson accepted her offer. तो 1927 जो है वो उसकी ज़िंदगी में इसलिए बहुत अहम है कि पहले उसने काम शुरू किया एज एन आर्टिस्ट and then as a teacher, and then finally Anna Freud asked him if he would like to be trained as a psychoanalyst by her, and this was an offer which he accepted, and he got training from Anna Freud. Now Erik Erikson also had an opportunity in 1939 to meet great anthropologists like Margaret Mead and Ruth Bandit. एक ये बहुत अहम इवेंट था उसकी जिंदगी में. Now we see in the year 1964 that Erik Erikson wrote a book, and this book is called Insight and Responsibility. And in this book, Insight and Responsibility, he dedicated this book to his teacher Anna Freud. Erik Erikson was very much impressed by the teacher Anna Freud, and he dedicated his book to her. So हमने कहा कि he was born in 1902. Both his parents were Danish and they were Jew, and in school he was referred as a Jew, and आप कह सकते हैं कि he began developing his concept of identity crisis when he was a little boy. He had an opportunity to meet great anthropologists like Margaret Mead, Ruth Bandit, और फिर उसके बाद he had the opportunity to get training as a psychoanalyst from a very celebrated daughter of Freud, Anna Freud से उसने training ली, and he was impressed by her, and in 1964 the book that he wrote, Insight and Responsibility, he dedicated this book to her. Janab, from the experiences of an analyst, he became aware about personality development and began developing his theory of personality. Erikson made several contributions to psychology, such as one application of his theory of development to study of major historical figures is labeled as psychohistory. बात आपसे हो रही है एरिक एरिक्सन की बायोग्राफिकल स्केच की, और उसमें हमने देखा कि द things that he went through in his life helped him to formulate his own theory of personality development. एक बात ज़हन में रखिएगा, he was not a very educated man. He just had education up till diploma और फिर उसके बाद उसने एना फ्रॉइड से ट्रेनिंग ली और ट्रेनिंग लेने के बाद he began developing his own personality theory and he worked as a teacher in a school. और उसकी जो पर्सनैलिटी थ्योरी है वो एक बड़ी कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव पर्सनैलिटी थ्योरी है. नाउ स्टूडेंट्स, वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट एरिक एरिक्सन्स पर्सनैलिटी थ्योरी और उस थ्योरी का सबसे पहला अहम कंस्ट्रक्ट और कॉन्सेप्ट है एनाटॉमी एंड डेस्टिनी. According to Erikson, biology or genetics is one strong determinant of personality, but culture is another important determinant. Thus, biologically determined differences between the two sexes can be explained as a result of social expectations or cultural expectations. बात आपसे हो रही है एरिक एरिक्सन की पर्सनैलिटी थ्योरी की और हमने कहा एरिक एरिक्सन की जो पर्सनैलिटी थ्योरी है उसका सबसे अहम कोर कॉन्सेप्ट इज एनाटॉमी एंड डेस्टिनी. नाउ इन दिस कॉन्सेप्ट ही इज टॉकिंग अबाउट टू थिंग्स. नंबर वन, पर्सनैलिटी डेवलप्स एज अ रिजल्ट ऑफ जीन्स एंड कल्चर. तो दो बड़े मार्क्ड इन्फ्लुएंसेस हैं हमारे पर्सनैलिटी डेवलपमेंट में, एक जीन्स जेनेटिक मैसेज और दूसरा कल्चर. नंबर टू, द डिफरेंसेस बिटवीन द टू जेंडर्स, मेल्स और फीमेल्स में जो आपको बिहेवियर में पर्सनैलिटी में फर्क नजर आता है, अकॉर्डिंग टू एरिक एरिक्सन इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ कल्चरल और सोशल एक्सपेक्टेशंस. कल्चर और सोसाइटी की जो एक मेल जेंडर से एक्सपेक्टेशंस है, कल्चर और सोसाइटी की जो एक फीमेल जेंडर से एक्सपेक्टेशंस हैं, वी लर्न देम एज अ रिजल्ट ऑफ दीज एक्सपेक्टेशंस. सो लेट अस टेक एन एग्जांपल. पाकिस्तानी फीमेल यूनिवर्सिटी टीचर्स. द बायोलॉजी, genetics and culture are important determinants of personality. Number two, the differences in personality of male and female Pakistani university teachers can be explained as a result of social expectations or cultural expectations. तो बात आपसे हो रही है जनाब एनाटॉमी एंड डेस्टिनी की और हमने उसमें मिसाल ली और हमने ये देखा कि पाकिस्तानी विमेन यूनिवर्सिटी टीचर्स और फीमेल यूनिवर्सिटी टीचर्स और एरिक एरिक्सन की थ्योरी के अकॉर्डिंगली उसे स्टडी किया कि पाकिस्तानी विमेन और फीमेल यूनिवर्सिटी टीचर्स देयर पर्सनैलिटी डिटरमिन्स develops as a result of genes and culture. Number two, the differences between male and female Pakistani university teachers are there because of societal, social expectations और cultural expectations. तो उनके पर्सनैलिटी में जो डिफरेंसेस हैं वो कल्चरल और सोसाइटियल एक्सपेक्टेशंस के नतीजे में आपके सामने आ रहे हैं. The second concept of his, the second important construct, उस पे जाने से पहले, ईगो साइकोलॉजी पे जाने से पहले, let us talk about anatomy and destiny. Erikson summarized his research on 10, 11 and 12 years old boys and girls in California. The children were asked by Erikson to construct on the table an exciting scene out of an imaginary movie. The children were allowed to use various toys, figures, and various shaped blocks. Firstly, some 150 children constructed 450 scenes, and only 6 or 7 scenes with toys and dolls were given names of actress or actresses. Rest of the scenes were created by imagination. Secondly, there were common themes and elements in the scenes created by boys which differed markedly from scenes created by girls. For example, girls created static and peaceful scenes, whereas boys created scenes with animals and weapons, and the scenes created by boys had walls, high towers and cannons. This tendency surprised Erikson and made him very uneasy. For Erikson, biology never was the only factor that determined how a person perceives and acts upon the world. Biology, genes and the social factor environment are both important. बात आपसे हो रही है जनाब एरिक एरिक्सन के कोर कॉन्सेप्ट एनाटॉमी एंड डेस्टिनी. Now when we are talking about this core concept, we said that Erikson based this particular concept on his research. Now he summarized his research on 10, 11 and 12-year-old boys and girls. और किया उसने ये कि ये जो बच्चे थे, these 150 boys and girls were asked to construct different scenes on the table. और ये जो scenes create करने थे उसके लिए they were provided with toys and dolls and different shaped blocks. और उनसे कहा यह गया कि they have to create scenes out of an imaginary movie. और जो dolls और figures इस्तेमाल होंगे उनको actors और actresses के नाम भी बता. To his great surprise, दो चीजें बड़ी सामने एरिक्सन को मिली. उसने ये देखा कि these 150 children, they created some 450 scenes on the table. लेकिन ये जो 450 सीन थे इसमें 5 या 6 सिर्फ ऐसे थे जो फिल्मों में से थे या डॉल्स को किसी एक्ट्रेस या एक्टर या एक्ट्रेस का नाम दिया गया था. रेस्ट ऑफ द सीन्स वर प्योरली फ्रॉम इमेजिनेशन. दूसरा फर्क उसके सामने ये आया, which was again which surprised him a lot and made him very uneasy. वो ये आया कि the girls, they created scenes which were static and peaceful. Boys created scenes with high walls, ferocious animals and cannons and guns and things. तो ये फर्क उसके सामने जेंडर डिफरेंसेस आए एक वाजे तौर पे, और दूसरी तरफ ये फर्क उसके सामने आया कि चिल्ड्रन वर यूजिंग देयर इमेजिनेशन. नाउ व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट एनाटॉमी एंड डेस्टिनी, टू थिंग्स आर कंफर्म. नंबर 1, जीन्स और बायोलॉजी. नंबर 2, कल्चर. These two are very important determinants of personality. Dear students, आपसे हम बात कर रहे हैं एरिक एरिक्सन की पर्सनैलिटी थ्योरी की, और हमने कहा कि एनाटॉमी एंड डेस्टिनी के कंस्ट्रक्ट को डेवलप करते हुए एरिक एरिक्सन समराइज्ड अ ह्यूज रिसर्च डाटा. और ये ह्यूज रिसर्च डाटा जो था वो उसने 150 10 to 12-year-old boys and girls के ऊपर रिसर्च करने के बाद जमा किया, और उसने देखा कि there are gender differences in male and female who use their imagination in developing scenes on the table. तो बात यहाँ तक पहुंची कि personality develops as a result of biology, genes and culture. Number 2, the differences in male and female personality is due to social and cultural expectations. यानी मेल से सोसाइटी और कल्चर एक सेट ऑफ बिहेवियर्स एक्सपेक्ट करता है, एक मुख्तलिफ तरह की पर्सनैलिटी एक्सपेक्ट करता है, और फीमेल से सोसाइटी और कल्चर एक और तरह की पर्सनैलिटी, एक और तरह की शख्सियत की तवक्को रखता है. डियर स्टूडेंट्स, वी आर टॉकिंग टू यू अबाउट योर कोर्स पर्सनैलिटी साइकोलॉजी, और इस पर्सनैलिटी साइकोलॉजी के कोर्स में हम आपसे थेरीज ऑफ पर्सनैलिटी की बात करें. इसमें हमने आज लेक्चर नंबर 13 में आपके साथ जनाब की है एरिक एरिक्सन की पर्सनैलिटी थेरी, और हमने ये कहा कि एरिक एरिक्सन की जो पर्सनैलिटी थेरी है उसमें देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ फोकस नंबर 1 ऑन एनाटॉमी एंड डेस्टिनी, नंबर 2 उसका फोकस ईगो साइकोलॉजी की तरफ है, ईगो डेवलपमेंट की तरफ है। नंबर 3 ही इज टॉकिंग अबाउट 8 स्टेजेस ऑफ डेवलपमेंट। हमने उन 8 स्टेजेस ऑफ डेवलपमेंट के सिर्फ अभी टाइटल्स और सिर्फ एक आउटलाइंस ही देखी है। उसके बाद हमने ये देखा है कि ईगो फॉर एरिक एरिक्सन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, और उसकी थ्योरी को, उसके पूरे पैराडाइम को आप ईगो साइकोलॉजी के नाम से भी जानते हैं। Dear students, I hope you have enjoyed listening to this lecture as much as I have enjoyed talking to you. Please go through the PowerPoint slides and the Word document that is available on the web page of Personality Psychology. और इसमें हमने अभी तक आपके साथ बहुत सारी theories of personality की हैं, जिसमें फ्रॉइड की है, यूंग की है, एडलर की है, कैरन हॉनी की है, और आज हमने बात शुरू की आपसे एरिक एरिक्सन की। आई होप यू गो थ्रू देम, आई होप यू एंजॉय लिसनिंग टू देम, होप टू सी यू सून इन द नेक्स्ट लेक्चर। अप टिल देन, इट्स खुदा हाफिज।